Yeah, just me back again, Sveno Mick. So no oil leaks, all looks good. Just go over it again, have a quick check up, and the sun drops down a bit. So I'm a bit sick of standing out here in the heat. Yeah, all looks good. Blades are still in good condition. It's just about to crack the 200 hour mark, so I might actually run the grinder over them. Just give them a little bit of a touch up, a little bit of an edge on them. Now, it's not a cheap exercise doing those services. When you start adding it all up, this is why you've got to make reasonable money with your mowing, because even to fuel here in Australia now, I've been running 95 in it, sorry. I told you about the 91. Didn't seem to just run quite nice on it. It was running a bit funny, and it was actually puffing a bit of black fuel smoke out, so I don't know what was going on there, but put premium straight back in it, and 95, and it's all good. So not a cheap exercise. There's probably, oh look, that's probably $70-$80 worth of parts and oil there. Every bit of that probably, maybe. I'd have to sit down and add it up, but you know, you're not going to much change it of $100 just for that basic engine service. And in another, not that many hours, I'll get those hydros dropped again and get them serviced. There's another 250 bucks. Before then, I'll need new blades on it, and I've nearly got 200 hours. I've got 200 hours on that belt, so you know, that's probably not getting any newer. It's definitely not getting any newer. So yes, it's all a costly little exercise. But you know, that's why I said on many of my other videos, I like to try and do as much servicing as I can, because you know, be it your car, be it your mower, you're looking at $100 an hour for servicing. And you know, people say, well, how could the mower be as dear to service? Well, guess what? They're grubbier. They take a bigger flogging than most cars, because the nature of the game is they're cutting stuff, grass and everything else that's associated with that. Small rocks, big rocks, roots. Try and dodge them as much as you can, but yeah, mower cops a pretty hard time when you look at it. But yeah, so I just got to grease up the base of that oil filter there, that air filter, and that's because I just like doing that to make sure no dirt, no dust enters the intake there at all, because it's been good for conditions lately, because it's been very moist, but when the conditions dry out a bit, that's when it's pretty easy to dust an engine if you're not watching what you're doing. Dust an engine, mate, there's dollars. There's basically an engine throwaway, or yeah, not a cheap exercise. These things have probably got nickel bores in them, I'd say. If not, you know, even if they had a cast iron sleeve in each of the bores, you're still looking at piston and rings if you haven't damaged the bores too. So you know, nearly a throwaway engine. But look, I'm going to leave it with that. That's why it's very important to make sure your air intake tract is perfectly sealed and perfectly clean. And all you do is when you pop the air filter out, you just have a look and make sure there's no crap in the inlet tract. That was spotless. So what I'm doing is working perfect. But look, I'm going to leave it at that. It's about enough for me for this weekend. Enough for mowers for the last few weeks. I'm going to leave that. Sveno Mick. Have a great day. Have a good weekend. We're nearly to the end of 2021. Sveno Mick from Svenson's Mowing Grounds Maintenance. Sveno Mick out.